Welcome. Much thanks to those that left comments, especially the individual that let me know about the mic thing. I don't watch any of these. I just record them and post them. So if you ever see anything like that, let me know. And thank you again so much for the participation in the community. Thank you. Okay, so the energy coming to this reading was really slow. It was very sluggish. Just not foggy, just slow. All right, what do we have for this message? Specific message. It's an interesting slowness. I have a feeling that you know this message is not for you if you can classify your personality as impatient. This is not yours. All right, if we could get guidance from that energy, please. Okay, we have Caterpillar with opportunity. Let's see that better. It's card number 4. It's got a lot of violet in it. Opportunity. What is the opportunity here? Maybe one more. Thank you. Okay, and card 11, deep quiet meditation and stillness. Again, another card, primarily violet. Deep quiet. 4 and 11, meditation and stillness. And a tidy house on the bottom. Clarity and organization. Maybe that's why it's so slow. I'm kind of getting the feeling of like an empty house, you know? Like you finally get rid of your... finally get rid of this. Such a terrible way to say it. Okay, that's judgmental, so let's try this again. That moment when you are able to sit in the stillness of guests, family members, neighbors, coworkers, days off, you know, driving home after work, your car, it's just yourself. It's kind of that feeling. It's alone without the lonely, you know, the stillness. All right, we have Luna. Alone without the loneness. Alone without lonely. Okay, so this is giving me really like subconscious energy. It's probably with the slowness. Okay, and then confidence. Opportunity. Okay, so this message is for someone who is being guided to go within. Go within. Definitely go within. Okay, I think that you're being asked to what prevents you from being confident? So this is for a person that would identify like their personality to contain a theme of maybe low confidence or lower confidence, however that resonates for you, whether it's confident in skills and ability, knowledge, self-esteem. It feels like skills and ability. Confidence in your ability. This is such a slow moving energy. Confidence in your ability. Okay, confidence in your ability to what? We're going to do shadows first. See if, okay. Outdated beliefs, uptight, uncompromising, inflexible thoughts and behavior patterns. Okay, so this is the rigid shadow. It doesn't feel like a rigid, rigidity might lend to the fact that this is such a slow moving energy. Okay, all right. Can you give me more about that? And then elusive. Difficult or impossible to find or catch, vague, fleeting, evasive, avoidant, distant, and avoidant. Rigid, distant, avoidant. Okay, that is going to be a part of this. That's why that moon energy is so predominant. Okay, all right. So what is the message here? Um, what are we doing? What are we doing in the stillness if not going within? What are we doing in the stillness if not going within? Okay, we're just sitting in a place of heartache, heartbreak, ability, the confidence in your ability. That's really interesting because the very first thought that I had, or the very first, it's sometimes it's a little, it's not a little, there are so many independent bits of like information that come in that and I say this every reading, I should have said something, but it felt like inability to keep a partner, low confidence, inability to keep a partner. You're sitting in a space that is much like moon energy, hidden, secrets, subconscious. It's a slow moving energy, but you're not doing anything to like sweep out the cobwebs of that. It's moon energy around incompetence, which would indicate not having confidence. The shadow aspects, the rigidity, the outdated beliefs, the inflexible in those thought patterns, that would give you the unable to do something, inability. Okay, why do you believe that? What is where did that come from? Okay, that's not relevant. What okay, why do we sit there and focus on this? What is the okay, is this new, I guess? Tell me the story about the heartache. Give me the story about the heartache. Okay, we have the Two of Pentacles where you juggled, where you made an option. the strength. And then the Ten of Swords. Or is this one storyline? Okay, is this one storyline? Yes. Six of Wands victory. Okay, so the individual that I'm picking up on, the energy that I'm picking up on now, is you are sitting in that place of the subconscious, right? You're sitting in that secret filled place that we don't want to talk about, the thoughts that we don't want to talk about, that we really don't even want to look at. You're not sitting in that place in an effort to clean up your own vibration, right? You're not sitting in that place to go into the dark corners and shine light into them, or like the way that I visualize it is like sweeping out the cobwebs of those corners. You're actually sitting there because you have a tough choice, I think, and that's either continue to suffer through the heartache, right? Or find the strength within to end this situation. Here with strength to the Ten of Swords, that Two of Pentacles indicates that you are just back and forth about, like, do I continue to, which would lead to the slow energy. Like, oh, see, but you're very aware that those are your options. That is a step in the right direction, because this choice card of the tarot twos, right? The Two of Pentacles, this indicates that you are back and forth with this decision. That's the rigidity in your thoughts too, right? Both of those from from a creator space, like when you are hyper focused on heartbreak with the Three of Swords, which could be just a mess of different types of heartbreak, right? It's continued pain in the heart space is what it is. Continued pain. So you can either continue this pain, or you can find a way to muster the strength to end your situation with the strength to the Ten of Swords. And you're sitting in that space. How long have you been in that space? I feel like you're not confident in your ability to find the strength. You're not confident in your ability to end this. Okay. All right, let's find out a little bit about what's going on. Tell me more about the strength. You just don't think you're strong enough. Okay, we have separation. Are you currently in a period of separation? I mean, that right there would be a step in the right. I mean, a step that is action. Separation and then apology. Okay, apology to whom, or what side are we destined? We have a separation and destined here, and a person who's sitting in a dark place, in a shadowy space, that is wondering, are we talking soulmates here? Are you in separation with a soulmate? Do you have a label? Push and pull energy. You know what? Man. Ooh. All right. There you go. Soulmates. Push and pull energy. So this is a karmic. This is a twin flame. So pick a label. It's up to you. I mean, we'll find out more, but like this is definitely that type of energy. So with that push and pull energy, the separation, the fact that you are currently sitting in the energy of like, damned if I do, damned if I don't, that type of like, do I continue on with this heartache? And the fact that you are not in a Two of Swords energy about it, which would be like, I don't want to talk about it, I don't want to look at it, I don't want to think about it, both of these choices suck. Like, you are legitimately weighing both of your options here as viable options. Do I muster the strength to end this relationship? Or do I sit in this, like I said, this is long term, right? This is like long term heartache. This is a chronic energy. With that destined push and pull energy and separation, right when I saw separation and destined, this right here screams soulmate. Push and pull energy with that, you've now moved soulmate to either karmic or twin flame. I get a lot of, and you know what it is? It is absolutely my definitions regarding that. Okay, we have healing old wounds. Usually in periods of separation with those, like, I'm sure. Oh, make sure you tip your YouTube tarot reader. What did I say? I'm kidding, I don't take tips. But man, look at that. Twin flame. We have ourselves a twin flame relationship. Usually during separation period in that twin flame, right? Relationships, and we are talking strictly about those twin flame relationships that you can easily identify as not toxic, abusive, horrendous cycles of torture and all of that garbage. Okay, so you are highly intelligent, highly intuitive, and have excellent discernment abilities. So please just, use your brain. Okay, so the healing old wounds here, typically those periods of separation is for integration of lessons learned during your time together with your twin. Okay. So like this time would be, I mean, like I said, you feel like you're sitting in a very, you're sitting in a space that would allow you the opportunity to, interesting because tidy house is here, right? Clean and organized. Would give you an opportunity to really go through the depths of your psyche, go through the depths of the things that you are trying to hide from yourself, and kind of clear those areas out. This is that time of integration, right? Like if you're in separation, that's the time to fully integrate. What was the last, I'm kind of getting the feeling this is not your first separation in this particular journey. So what, from the period of when you were not with that twin to the period where you are currently, what was the theme of your experience during that time? Not what did you experience? What was the theme? You are giving me the energy that it hurt. Okay, like explore what hurt. Okay, try to use statements that do not place blame on the other person because remember, they are there for you as a mirror. Okay, they are going to reflect back to you things within you that need attention, alignment, refinement, expansion, redefinition. I think is going to be a big one for you. Finding those definitions and really cleaning those definitions up. Okay, what else can we say about this? And then what with healing old wounds here, this is kind of an interesting card, right? Are the old wounds from this person? Like, can you identify the pain that you are experiencing from wounds from your, I just heard the word recycle. Recycle. Okay, tell me more about recycle, because that actually seems important. Okay, we have the Three of Cups, the Emperor, and Temperance. So, okay, we have celebration. Okay, I need confirmation on that before I say that. Eight of Cups. Okay. All right. This is specific. So the healing of old wounds, right? You have somebody in your partnership that actually uses people. They use people like to temporarily stopgap their pain. I know energetic hemorrhaging, like whatever stopgap. That's like a filler. They're fillers. Yeah, they're space fillers. They're just codependent. That's a really confusing way to say I'm very familiar with the energy of codependency. Like that could have come out a little better. Okay, I won't judge. Um, the your person, this healing of old wounds, and the reason that recycle came as a message is that your person is a void filler, like with other people. I know this isn't you because you're currently in an energy of emptiness. So this person is codependent and they must be recycling old people, putting those players back into play when you're in separation and confirmed by the Eight of Cups. So, like when they walk away, right? Oh, yeah, they reach out to people from the past in order to ease their pain, right? Mm, 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 mm. I do read for a great, like a good portion of the collective that um, watch these. Okay, I have had a lot of different energetic signatures for twin flames. So if that's not your message, that's not your message. Only listen to the things that are said here if they resonate with you, which means for those that do not know, it rings true for you. If it doesn't, and you get a almost violent response, a violent, I mean like, oh, response emotionally to it, that would be resonance or dissonance. Both of those indicate that there's something else to explore with the topic. If you feel nothing to that statement, or just like, yeah, that's not it, my person's not like that, then bypass it. Like, just not bypass it by. Let it be, leave it alone. Okay. But there's definitely someone here that your person. Okay. All right. So let's handle that first. Let's explore that. So your person is codependent, right? Much like your person, this is for just that person that already knows this. Just like your person, if your person was addicted, like it suffers from addiction or has addictive qualities or whatever, or you know that they in separation, they go into their bedroom and they eat tons of ice cream or something, and by the time you see them, they're 20 pounds heavier. Whatever, it doesn't matter. They're filling voids with a something. It's escapism, right? So instead of taking the time during separation to integrate lessons learned and become a better person, they are essentially just not doing the work. They're not doing the work. Okay, so you know that, right? Um, do we have a problem there? Like, is that is that an issue for you? Okay, it's bringing oh, the energy is coming forward, so it needs to be addressed. Okay. we're gonna focus on that. This energy is just it's an interesting energy. I'll just say that. It is interesting. All right. I need a feeling on this. So I need a okay. Okay. How does this I need some information. Okay. Message. What else? Expectations and divinity. Okay. So it felt like I needed to really clarify resonance and dissonance, which is a part of your message. The clarifiers that came out for this is message, expectations, and divinity. So what this is saying to me is that you don't have tangible evidence in the 3D that this is actually going on. You are ignoring your intuition about it. I mean, as far as acknowledging it, you're ignoring it. It's impacting you, but you're ignoring it. Okay. Okay. You're confused because this is a twin flame journey and like so you're struggling through that with message and expectations, right? And then knowing the design with divinity. You are unclear where what roles boundaries play here, I think. I feel like I'm talking to someone who is literally sitting in a space of isolation and reflection, but not really reflection. It's more like pity, and you're not going to like that. Pity, right? For yourself, for your situation, for your heartbreak, for your difficult choice. But the biggest problem I think that you're having is that this person fills their time with other people and you're struggling with it because of that definition. Definitions all over the place here. That's what you're struggling with. If it's a twin flame journey and we're supposed to be in separation, does that mean that we're actually together? And sometimes separation lasts 6 months, sometimes it's a year, sometimes it's 10 years. We're supposed to be together. We're destined. This is a journey for us both. One of us growing, one of us not one of us is not growing. There's a push and pull energy. If I come toward them, they're gonna go away. Like all of these things are going about in your mind, but the whole time you're like realistically, we're just doing this dance, this cycle of I'm hurt or I feel like I need to cut it off. I'm dealing with somebody who is obviously wounded and who is, not, oh my gosh, am I talking to oh, the moon? It's funny because that really felt like a masculine energy. I would have put money on that this was a masculine energy. So you must be very, very integrated if this is a feminine. Okay, you know what? Let's just try. So on this journey, because you have to follow your heart. Don't follow any of these rules or these definitions or like you follow your heart. If you're miserable, get out of it. Anything that's made for you will never pass you by. They're not going anywhere. Like, and what I mean by that is they're they're not going anywhere. Like, if you choose for them to be in your reality, they will be in your reality. You are whole and complete on your own. Twin flames are not two halves of one soul. It is just, it is, you're both fragments, right? You're both fractals of source energy experiencing this life from different perspectives. Yours is just further polarized, right? By being very similar energetic signatures and more it's meant as like instead of just being a reflection, so you have like source energy, right? You have all that is, and then you have all of these little aspects like splits, like tentacles, right? Like all of them everywhere. That's all of us. And those independently, right, experience the world as if we're all different, right? So if you think of like an octopus tentacles, and all of those tentacles are kind of like experiencing the environment, but they're all experiencing it from a different perspective, from a different place. You know what? I think there's something about blind, uh, a bunch of blind people and blind people describing an elephant for the first time or something like that, and you put them all in the different, I don't know, it's a really terrible example, but like I think there's a story about that somewhere. And if you ask a bunch of blind people, placing them on different areas of the elephant, ask them to put their hands on the elephant and describe what it is, or that each one will come up with something different because they're coming at it from a different perspective. So you and your twin are, again, just like the tentacles of the octopus, right? Experiencing, but you're also almost like one tentacle, but two different suction cups on the tentacle. If there was only two on it. Okay, you're just polarities, right? You're coming from the same, and it really just depends on your belief system, but you're coming from the same oversoul. You're dropping down and you're actually splitting in one more time. You're like a split like everybody else, and then you're kind of split again to experience the duality of it. Experience the feminine aspect, the masculine aspect. It's just like the same energetic frequency, and you are experiencing it from the polarities. That's it. That's all it is. Okay. Here's your polarities right there with the squirrels. You see them? Okay, so your first card out regarding your twin flame journey is reconciling differences. This is a 10-10 reunion card. 10-10 reunion. Reconciling differences. Okay, you also have the trust, which is for trust. Ask, listen, allow, acknowledge, and take responsibility and awareness with crystal clear vision. Very important person in my life once told me the key to relationships, right? Since you expressed your energy expressed this um, lack of confidence in the ability to maintain a relationship, right? She told me all you have to do is satisfy 3 requirements for a relationship. Are you growing? Are they growing? And can you grow together? Meaning following the same path. All right. So remember what I said just a minute ago? You just listen to your heart, right? That's what this card actually says. Like trust your heart. Listen to your heart. Forget all of these labels, all of these things, you know. Acknowledge what your heart is saying. Be aware of what your heart is saying. Be aware of what you're actually seeing. Be aware of your emotions regarding it, right? Like, take this time during separation and do the inner work. Do the work. Don't focus on the experience. Do the work. A step that I have only come across once. But then after, that's all I needed. I didn't need to see anything else about it. One of the things that none of the information that you find on this type of journey that they don't tell you is one of the last periods of separation in that journey. The point is for empowerment, divine feminine empowerment. It's about non-attachment. It's about not selling your soul for a definition. It's about learning when enough is enough and being able to let it fall away because you know who you are and fully independent of anything outside of you. Okay. Anything else that we need to do here? This decision that you're up against is a personal one. It is a personal one. You want to do like encouragement? All right, if you identify as a twin flame, then numerology is right up your alley. So we'll give you some numbers. Okay, so we have 3-1-1-1. Be prepared. Create a plan. Be adaptable and trust your instincts when unforeseen changes occur. And 88. Listen, 88. Listen to your gut, intuition, trust, inner voice, guidance, positivity, and alignment. Take a moment to meditate or reflect on the current decision you are facing. Listen carefully to your inner guidance to determine the best course of action. Oh, isn't that interesting? This was just on the bottom of the deck. Balance. 6, balance, peace, communication, support, reflection, harmony, and stability. If you were struggling with family or those you live with, this number serves as a reminder to seek peace, communication, and support. Reflect on your life and consider what balance truly means. Take a moment to have an open and honest conversation with a family member or housemate to restore peace and balance in your home. I feel like home here is home as you know yourself to be. If you are in separation with your twin at this time and you feel that you can have healthy communication regarding just this after you figure out how you really feel about just this, then I don't see any harm in having that. If you are in a no contact situation or you're not in communication or it's not healthy, if it's toxic, all of those things should be indicators of the decision that needs to be made. I feel like I need to help you with the decision, but then a part of me feels like that's not, I don't, that's a very personal decision. I think that you should clean up your definitions first. Are the words that are printed on this card changing your reaction to this situation? Is this what is keeping you stuck? If this said boyfriend, girlfriend, one night stand, Bob, Jane, dude, I don't remember what his name was. Like, it is the title. Would you be accepting this from a boyfriend, a girlfriend? Like, would this be the same if you had been dating 3 days, 3 years? Would you tolerate this from a stranger? Make it equal. Let's say you've been doing this push and pull energy for, I would only count your allotted times, that you were actually together, 6 months, probably. Like 6 months, then there's separation, then it's like 4 months, then separation, then it's whatever, whatever your cycle is. If this was not in your vocabulary, if this was not in your definitions, what then? How would this change? Because I have a very strong feeling that you are disempowering yourself in this moment, and it's because of this. It's because of this. Nothing else. Just this. And I think that you know that. I know that you know that. Because I wouldn't be getting it if you didn't know it. Yeah, it's in your dark place, right? It's in your moon. It's the thing you don't want to look at. Oh, that's cool. I mean, that sucks, but that's cool. What was I just going to do for her? Okay, I think that is all. Because there was something I was going to do, but I don't remember what it was. Usually that means it was taken from me. All right. You are unconditionally loved and supported by the universe. And this is a tough energy. I understand now why it was so slow to begin with. I completely get it. You are energetically drained at this point. I mean, energetically tapped out. Yeah, you got a clean house. You got a clean house. Clean and organized. Clarity and organization. Define. Do your definitions. Get a journal. That's what I was going to do. Get a journal. Okay. Raven Relics, Codex of Questions, YouTube, Reader, Medium, created these cards. I think she did an amazing job capturing the energy of each journal prompt. You don't have to use them for that. I don't. But do you have the bandwidth to receive what you're asking for? So, kind of her way of asking, are you in alignment? Are you in vibrational alignment with what it is that you are requesting? Are you in vibrational alignment with what it is you are requesting? What your energy is telling me is that you're having an issue with this, that this is considered, like you genuinely think this is considered infidelity, right? And that these two words or these two right here, that is making it okay. That's what you're fighting against. So do you have the vibration to receive what you're asking for? Does your vibration match one of unfaithful infidelity? Because if you're accepting it, then it is a vibrational match, meaning you're okay with it. That's why it continues. Okay, all right, you are unconditionally loved and supported by the universe. My unconditional love to you as well. Personalized readings are available for free. So just email me. I will be more than happy to go through this energy. This one's a tough one. Okay. All right. Until next time, take care of yourself.